Has your perimenopausal experience been plagued with cyclic episodes of nausea? This is unfortunately more common than ideal. So let's chat about natural nausea remedies today. You're listening to Menopausenaturalsolutions. This is episode 156, Hormonal Nausea. Welcome to Menopausenaturalsolutions, your podcast for all things perimenopause, menopause and beyond. Stay tuned as your host, Naturopath Jennifer Harrington, explains how to use natural therapies to find your ultimate health and happiness during your transition. Hello, and thank you for your company today. I'm Jen, your host, and today I have a favour to ask. Are you getting value from the podcast? Is it broadening your knowledge of the menopausal transition, opening your eyes to new treatment possibilities? My aim for this podcast is to help women transitioning into menopause rediscover their health and happiness in midlife. So back to my favour. If you have found this podcast helpful, please let me know by rating and reviewing it on whatever podcast platform you have found me on. Thank you in advance. Now on to hormonal nausea. The Oxford Dictionary defines nausea as a feeling of sickness with an inclination to vomit. Unfortunately, this unpleasant sensation can occur with changing hormone levels. Many women who have experienced pregnancy can confirm this. Some unlucky women experience this each month around ovulation, or just prior to menstruation, or both. And for others, it is a surprisingly new experience with the hormonal roller coaster we know as perimenopause. But the good news is this should ease in post-menopause when your wild hormonal fluctuations stop. But I don't recommend sitting around waiting until then. Nausea can occur for so many reasons, such as infection, digestive upsets, food intolerances, migraines, trauma, medication, lack of food, motion sickness, and the list goes on. Today we're going to focus specifically on hormonal-induced nausea, although some of these treatment options can help ease nausea from other causes. Hormonal nausea has a general pattern to it and is somewhat predictable. If your nausea is constant, without a pattern to it, it's worth ruling out some of the other possible causes first. Know that nausea is not a disease itself, but rather a symptom of something else occurring. And to get the best results, you need to get to the root cause or causes of the problem. In regards to your hormones, some sources claim lower progesterone is to blame, while others claim elevated estrogen is to blame. I see it as a sudden change in the ratio between the two hormones that triggers the sensation of nausea. This leads me to vitamin B6. B6 is known for its hormone balancing effect. It helps to reduce excess estrogen and promotes the production of progesterone. It is a key nutrient in many hormonal balancing products, including many for hormonal nausea. Looking at the research, B6 may be the supplement of choice if your nausea is accompanied by vomiting. If your nausea is accompanied by other symptoms of estrogen dominance, symptoms like migraines, heavy bleeds, painful periods, and breast tenderness, you may benefit from trying a supplement that helps reduce your body's total estrogen level. Speak to your practitioner about whether sulforaphane may be helpful. This broccoli extract helps to reduce beta-glucuronidase. Elevated beta-glucuronidase levels encourage the recycling instead of the excretion of excess estrogen. I also quite like calcium diglucarate. My caution with this product is that it has a stronger estrogen lowering effect, which may or may not be ideal for you. Again, chat with your practitioner or book a consultation with me to discuss this. Did you listen to episode 156 on the health benefits of ginger at menopause? I think ginger has got to be the most widely recognised nausea remedy available. As a recap, ginger may help ease nausea and motion sickness, reduce hot flushes and night sweats, reduce menstrual pain and cramps, reduce fatigue, act as a systemic anti-inflammatory agent, and cardioprotective agent, plus so much more. Go and listen to the entire episode if you missed it. You might not know that I spent the first half of my career working in the fertility field. Helping pregnant women survive morning sickness was a regular part of my job, and I learnt a lot of useful hints and tips during this time. The first is lemon, and yes, it pairs perfectly with ginger. You can try freshly squeezed lemon and freshly grated ginger drink together as a tea. I like to add a dose of electrolytes or a large pinch of natural salt to this. Electrolyte imbalances can also promote the sensation of nausea, vomiting, dizziness, irritability and fatigue, so it's really important that you have adequate amounts. I just love this drink. It's a great way to start each day. Have you tried it yet? But lemon can also be used on its own and in unique ways. Try cutting a lemon in quarters. Some women find smelling the lemon is enough to reduce the sensation of nausea. Other women place the lemon in their mouth and let the bitter taste do the work for them. If you find relief from this, you may prefer to buy a small bottle of lemon essential oils. This way you can inhale it without the need to carry a chopping board and a knife around with you. Peppermint is another essential oil that many women find brings nausea relief. Personally, I prefer to brew a hot cup of peppermint tea and sniff and sip on this as I go. While we're in the kitchen, grab out your cinnamon. An Iranian study found that cinnamon not only reduced nausea and vomiting, but also reduced menstrual pain and heavy menstrual flow. Why not put some of this in your morning ginger lemon salt drink too? The final herb is for women out there who love the aniseed flavour. Yes, it's fennel. Fennel not only helps to reduce nausea, but it may also help relieve digestive discomfort. Have you tried acupuncture or acupressure? There is a specific point for nausea relief. You can stimulate this point by placing your thumb 2 fingers width down from your wrist crease, between the 2 major tendons. Hold this point for 1 minute and then release, and do the same on the other arm for a minute. See how you feel afterwards. You may wish to repeat this exercise. Just to recap, nausea around ovulation or menstruation or both are common especially in the hormonal roller coaster of perimenopause. Hormonal balancing substances like vitamin B6 or estrogen-lowering substances like sulforaphane or calcium glucarate may be useful, but speak to a practitioner first. A useful drink to try is my morning ginger, lemon and electrolyte drink. Or consider a herbal tea that may include ginger, peppermint, cinnamon or fennel. Helpful essential oils include lemon or peppermint. Try the nausea acupressure point and please seek help if your symptoms continue. That's it from me this week. Thank you in advance for all your ratings and reviews. Until next time, bye for now. Thank you for listening to Menopause Natural Solutions. This podcast contains general information about menopause. It is provided as a guide and it is not intended to replace medical advice. Opinions of guests are their own, and this podcast does not endorse or accept responsibility for statements made by guests. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please share it with a friend.